Hello, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of game and interactive media design, but that's a lie. I'm an instructor of game design now, here at High Point University. So I'm going ahead and continuing on creating this character. And I wanted to just point out a few more tricks. I'm not sure if this is an insult to your intelligence, but I realized I can't let this go without mentioning because I went ahead and created this secondary mole by just selecting this and hitting Control-C, Control-V, and then holding down Shift while this is selected, and Shift, whoops, nope, I was holding down Control, and that constrains the proportions. And so I wanted to make sure you guys knew just that. If you needed to do something really quickly, there you go. The other thing I wanted to do really quickly is to just select this, hit Control-C, Control-V, and I'm just going to use Control again to quickly create this eye. Again, I don't think this is a perfect circle, but maybe it is. Oh, I don't like how this circle is not closed. Why is that? I need to move this. There we go. There we go. Let me zoom out. There we go. Okay, fine. So I wanted to show you quickly just how I quickly just create an eye and place it in the proper spot. So I'm just going to select this, drag it off a little bit. I sized it over him, and now I'm going to use the flat color fill. Go ahead and grab that dark part of the color of the eye, hit Control-C, Control-V, hold down Control, drag the corner, and that's going to constrain that more or less to the same thing. Make sure that's black, or at least maybe not complete black, but maybe whatever black that is. Drag it here and then Control-C, Control-V. Probably have to zoom in a little bit more to now use the Control key to size that properly, move it a little bit, and use my eyedropper to grab that roughly off-white color. Okay, now I'm going to kind of go in reverse and place this eyeball there. Place this here. Place this there. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and draw this reflection using the Draw Bezier tools. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, close it. And you know, that's whatever that shape that is, trapezoid, I think so. And now I'm going to left click and push these arches. Push that arch there. And obviously I'm going to give it a stroke value, but give it a stroke value of this, and give it a fill value of that and take away its stroke. And now when I do that, this should be on top, and there we go. And now I can kind of reposition these. Whoops. You see how that snap is just way too close? I'm gonna have to zoom in. Or I could have changed my snaps, but I was too lazy to change my snaps. Sometimes that's the way it works. I'm going to deal with all of this later, because that's good enough for right now. And now I'm going to zoom out. And there was one more thing I wanted to show you. Woo! That's decent. And now I'm going to put this there. I'll rearrange all of these when I feel like it. When I'm done with the head, I'm going to actually replace them all in the very specific spots. But the next thing I wanted to show you here, besides making the eye real quick, was that I'm noticing that the mouth is an interesting case, because I actually want to kind of do this as all of the inside of the mouth is going to be behind this vector shape. So the way we'll do that is by cutting a hole. And if you remember how to do that, I wanted to make sure you remembered how to do that and to kind of see where we have these opportunities. So I'm going to zoom in here and make this shape by going left click, left click. Remember that 90 degrees? Left click. So if this is 180, because it's half of a circle, got to make sure we have that. There, 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 and then finish it off. And then I am going to just push these, push these, push this, push this, and we have a pretty good pill shape. Let me go ahead and select these nodes. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because what I don't want is that corner right there. You see that? We can see a corner. We can see a corner there too. So I'm actually going to want to double click this, select this, and this should be these nodes. If they're perfectly 180 degrees away from each other, then there's no point, there's no corner. And that is one of these 4 kinds of corners, and it's a symmetric node. And I actually want them all symmetric, so I'm going to select all of the nodes and click make them symmetric. Now these are going to be horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. There. Oops. And it's going to take me a while to oh goodness, go back to the select and move. It's going to take me a moment to kind of get this set up. So what I'm going to do is use my guides. And I'm going to have a guide in the middle, and then a guide where the vertical guides where those points come in. There. And then I'm going to have a guide here. And I'm going to have a guide here. And there are these little handles on each guide that can also be snapped to. So like this guide, I want that to snap to the little circle on the one guide, the vertical guide, I'm going to snap it to that one. Okay. I think that's good. And now I'm going to go ahead, zoom in, and now I'm going to align all of these nodes and handles to the right spots so that everything is kind of looking good. This isn't perfect. I don't like how it's not perfect. And one of the things I'm going to do to make it perfect is draw this line here to snap to that end, and then drag these handles and make them snap so they're completely up and down. And I'm going to do the same thing with this end, snap it to that vertex, and make sure these handles are up and down. And I think that's going to be pretty good. Oh, something's going on here. Do you see that? Yeah, there's something overlapping. I think these handles are... Oh, it's not closed. What's going on here? Oh, look at that. You see that? Oh my goodness. Make sure that's not happening. That's not good. So all I need to do is delete one of them. I don't know why there was a thing there. Now I can select this node that is not symmetric. There we go. What about this? This now has a corner, so we've got to make that symmetric. That. And that looks good. So yes, it's a lot of work. Is that symmetric? Why does that not look symmetric? Okay, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end for a shape that looks the part. Okay, and now that we have this shape, I'm going to go ahead and give it a fill color just so I can see it. I'm going to make it darker. And of course, I'll take away the stroke. And I'm going to grab all of these guys and kind of bring them here. and use my arrows to kind of push them. It doesn't have to be perfect, I don't think. Obviously, that eyeball is not in the right space. Let's go ahead and select that. Move it up. Okay. Now, remember when we deleted from some shape? That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. I'm going to select the head, shift select the mouth shape I just made, and go to path difference, which is a subtraction. And there we have this cool mouth. Now when I make the mouth, I can put everything kind of inside. And I could, yeah. It's going to just make things a lot easier. Okay. Okay, I think those are the only kind of tidbits I wanted to point out. I wanted to show you how I spend so much time on aligning things using the grids and quickly making the eyeball shapes using copying and paste. Okay, I'm pretty sure the next video you'll see I should have finished the head. Bye!